Absolutely not.
I got a precept.
Now you'll have a nigga say, well, the Lord fed 5,000. That ain't got nothing to do with regular, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's people who are believers. Right. People who are coming to listen to the preaching. Right. Even though in the scriptures it says, oh man, they just came to eat. You know what I'm saying? Right. They just came to eat. You know? Yep. But what is the purpose of the ministry? It's about pushing out this word, man. That should be at the forefront.
That's right.
But you linking up with Nation of Islam.
Yep, that's what they associate
fighting
with.
Violence in the hood.
Marching around.
Changing names.
NBA stadium.
Rolling
and
up
that looks good.
Israelites.
That looks good to the average person because when you have a 501c3, you have to do giveaways and shit.
Yeah.
When you see a camp doing giveaways and stuff like that, I'll say 8 times out of 10. Maybe some of them are just, I got some extra shit, we want to give it out on camera. No. Most likely not, right? But you have to do things like that when you have a 501c, when you're tax exempt and when you receive grants and donations. The people have to look at your division and be, you know, like turned on in a sense.
It's not out of charity.
So you have to kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's out of fulfilling grant stipulations and money. It's not because, oh, we just love y'all so much. Right. You know, when the Lord actually went out there, that was actual charity.
Yeah.
But now, you know, you trying to fulfill a grant stipulation.
Yeah, like when Oprah gave out all them cars.
Yeah, all of them do it.
You know what I'm saying? It was that type of deal.
How much more you think they get paid for that?
Exactly. It wasn't because she wanted everybody to have a car. It was for a grander scheme.
It's a tax write-off. It's all this.
Yeah.
Let's go, champ.
Isaiah 57:7, upon a lofty and high mountain thou hast set thy bed, and thou wentest up upon the bed to offer sacrifice. Behind the doors also among the posts thou hast set up thy remembrance, for thou hast discovered thyself to another besides me.
See, they've gone up and they've made deals with these other nations, and the Lord told us not to make covenants with the heathen. We're not supposed to go up there and make covenants with the heathen. And now, before the face of all Israel, the people who are really watching, we get to see that this is a compromised group.
Right.
And this is why they're changing the doctrine. Actively changing the doctrine.
And if you get a certain title in some of these churches, all right, the stipulations are set within the contract. If you may be an elder or a bishop in this particular congregation amongst that organization, in a 501c3, even your job can be tax exempt. You could be exempt. It's all type of ways to win. A 501c, like if you got a business, that might be a cool little move if you have a business, but to be tied to the ministry is very dangerous.
To make the ministry a business in this world, you're taking the covenant with your enemy.
Right.
So you're automatically, that's why they say a conspiracy theorist is a nut. Yeah. They have to produce videos like that.
Right.
So they can show their masters, no, we don't believe in conspiracy theories. We're just a religious group that wants to uplift our people. They have to do things to show Esau, we ain't crazy.
Right. You can trust us.
Now give us that money.
Right.
Please?
Yeah.
We just trying to make this bread.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then what they don't understand is when you make sales on garments, when you make sales on events, and that makes you for profit. That switches you out into being a for-profit organization. But Esau is not gonna clamp down on you until he's ready.
Right.
All right? And they also have stipulations on how much you can give the deacons. And if you exceed, you running off with $250,000 a year, but the limit is like, oh yeah, $70,000 a year is good. But you seeing all this money hit the account, they can get you on that. So it's a trap, man.
It's improving accounting practices.
Yep, it says, thou hast enlarged thy bed and made thee a covenant with them.
They enlarged their bed. Now they're making millions of dollars. Go ahead, champ.
Oh, yeah.
Thou lovest their bed, whereas thou sawest.
This is good. This is comfortable. This is the place. This is how you move. Right. Place of rest, of opulence. We're smart. They're bums. No. We're smart. We're actually smarter than you. We're more keen than you.
Well, our leadership has
Through
put
the
us in
Spirit.
the best position.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think a lot of these especially that one, it's known that they get your social security number, your address, your government name, they get everything. So a lot of you Israelites are registered Israelites.
Compromised.
Right.
You're registered in Esau's grid. Either way, he's gonna come after us. But
They got an HR
you
department,
Israelites that
everything.
did all of that, they're gonna be the first one. You're gonna be the first ones he come after.
That's like number it. That's like number it Israel.
Yeah.
Government Israelite.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Walking
like
around with
number
the
it,
fringes.
yeah. That's crazy.
You know, which fringes ain't wicked, but ultimately you're gonna be a target. A lot of you Israelites are being set up. You're making yourself a target.
Right.
Being categorized.
You know, outside of what the Lord gave us to do, you're doing more. You're doing too much.
And then social media. Yeah, social media.
Clout chasing.
And what you click on, all these different things, because it's like that with all of us. They got everybody on their cloud or whatever, but it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more that have given up more information. You see, you giving up all your info, your social, your government name. You changing your name. You know what I'm saying? You got a fringes company under a Muslim with a Muslim under a Muslim with a Christian twist. That's what I'm saying. It's too much.
This is a serious decision. When you make the decision to cross over and come on this side of the camera, you're putting your life at risk. You're putting your family at risk. You're putting everything you got going on at risk.
That's why it's best your family be out of the picture.
If you're smart.
If you have our leadership has put, you talk shit, you women that deal with the men of the Lord, you're in a safer place than all of these women who are on the videos dancing, getting all this attention, breaking down scriptures on the videos, showing themselves. Hey, Esau's looking at all that.
Yeah.
They're gonna be targets, man.
You know? You see these movies where these guys that are secret agents, right? What's the first thing they attack? They woman.
Yep.
And they daughter. My daughter died. And they give the backdrop to why this nigga is going, he went vigilante.
It's always the daughter.
Because somebody ran up in their secret house that they had, and the wife was tied up, and they had her on camera. He's looking, no! But Jacob put their woman, Jacob would take his woman on the mission.
Yep.
Read, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he reading for
Esau
her.
like, this is easy. This is easy. Tie that bitch up and ask her some
Whatever you
questions.
have to say to me, you can say in front of both of us.
Right.
Sister Sharika, read.
The serpent will always go after the woman. It's the easiest.
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
easiest bait.
Yep.
Yeah, and so, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, the apostles and the bishops and elders, they put us in a prompt position to have spiritual guerrilla warfare and go about it the right way.
And that's true leadership.
And that's what you see when you read the New Testament, how they was conducting themselves. They wasn't marching around the Colosseum tripping,
Right.
You have wise, be as though you have none.
right? They wasn't doing all that. Go ahead.
I got a quick one. Isaiah 9:16, it says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed."
Yeah, but they're so worried about building an organization, thinking like we're gonna have a kingdom on this side. Yeah, we got businesses, we have an international organization that's doing all this, and you're just completely linking yourself with the beast. You cause your people to err.
Yep.
That ain't what the Most High said do.
You're doing it completely wrong, man.
And then you got our people that don't even know they're Israelites, like Anton Daniel. I don't even like watching the guy.
Yeah.
He corny to me.
Demon.
He's just corny.
He's full of himself.
Yeah.
He's just corny,
Ego maniac.
And our people believe him,
Yeah, it's bad.
He's a corny ass nigga, man.
It's just like that one scripture in the Apocrypha where it talk about a poor man. You don't want to hear nothing a poor man got to say, even if he telling the truth. But if a dude got money, he can just tell you anything.
He extolled it to
Yeah.
the clouds.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what these dudes be
Poor
doing.
man's wisdom is
Also,
despised.
Jacob put on a suit and tie. Yeah, Jacob put on a suit and tie and looked the part. But meanwhile, he a scumbag.
Yeah.
Right. Getting dead.
Yep, I got a precept. This is the book of Ezekiel 11. I'll start at 1, then I'll jump down. It says, "Moreover, the Spirit lifted me up and brought me into the east gate of the Lord's house." Now at the gate, who's at the gate usually when you deal with any kingdom? Who's at the gate? The leaders. the leaders of the gates, the nobles, the gates is tied to the leadership.
Get clearance, baby.
The leaders, were usually represented as the gates. All right, it says the east gate of the Lord's house, which is the temple. All right, it says, which looketh eastward, and behold, at the door of the gate 25 men
Now,
among.
if you really want to understand that, you need to go and look at the structure of the temple, because that's the east gate. There was levels to the east gate.
Right.
So you're not being simple.
Right.
Right.
It's not like the outskirts of the city,
Right.
and that's the east gate. No. We're coming into the more integral spiritual parts of a kingdom. Now, if you watch a movie with a kingdom, you have the outside where you have, the markets and where people are at.
Outside the inner
And
courts.
then you had a place where you had the public square. Then you had another set of gates that came into the more inner courts where the lords were living. And then you had where the temple was at. So it wasn't just like you just walking around and the east gate, the temple right there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that represents, what I'm saying?
Coming into something holy and a high level. So make sure you go and look at these things. We read these things, but go study it. Don't be a dumbass. Go look it up. Go look at the structure of the temple. Type it in, temple. It'll show an image of it, so you can see it and have an idea of what this is talking about.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, Ezekiel, the 11th chapter, in the first verse. Moreover, the Spirit lifted me up and brought me into the east gate of the Lord's house, which looketh eastward, and behold, at the door of the gate 25 men, among whom I saw Jazani, the son of Azur, Palatai, the son of Benaniah, princes of the people.
Now this is at the east gate. 25 men, 5 and 20 men, and they were high level, right? Sons of lords and this and that.
Right. Leaders. Yep.
Go ahead, champ.
Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in the city.
This is who was going about telling people wickedness, man. Teaching things out they ought not. The leaders. A person that when you talk to them, if you talk to them wrong, that could be your head. So if a person of extreme power is coming to you, talking to you, you're going to be like, okay.
Right.
All right. You're going to listen. And they're influencing the people and the dynamics of what's going on.
Well, when you read Isaiah 13, the Lord sent his sanctified one. He said, go into the gates of the nobles. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord literally did put Isaiah like right there to curse out the leadership, but it's talking about we're in the gates of the nobles. We're at the threat of imminent death. We're telling the rulers, the leaders of this world, like, nigga, you going down.
Yep.
That's, and it's, the Lord got to be in control, because they could have easily just, with one blow got us out of here.
Rolled on us,
All right? It says, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in the city, which say, it is not near. Let us build houses. This city is the cauldron, and we be the flesh.
Mm-hmm. So they were concerned on just marinating and building within Babylon. Is that not what you see? You gotta build, brother.
Economic plan.
We kings. No, we gotta build this spiritual temple. Okay? And that's why they have a disdain towards Great Millstone. Because we just keep it simple.
Right.
Just keep it simple, man.
Yep.
Do we help brothers improve their daily lives and maximize the situation? Absolutely. But what is the main mission? The main mission is preaching this word and blowing the trumpet. Okay? That's the main mission.
Yep. I got another one real quick. This is the book.
Build a great millstone building.
This is the book of Jeremiah 45 and 5. Seek